though, it's been reported this week quite a lot that Cheryl Cole has lodged divorce papers at London's High Court, which could see her 4-year marriage to footballer Ashley Cole over before the World Cup begins. She allegedly wants a clean break so she can get on with her new life so he can concentrate on England's challenge. So, Quickie divorces. Would we feel relieved or sad, Jane?
I think relieved. I think, as in, you know, someone like Cheryl, not saying it is Cheryl, but someone like that, they've gone through a patch where I think they've done all their, is it going to work, is it not going to work? And I think you have to be truthful even to your partner, because both of you have to go off and make another life. And I think it's very unfair if you're thinking, well, it might work, it might not work, but inside you know it's not going to work. So I think you have got to make that decision and let go of the other one so that they can go on and do their life as well. I've say, bring it on, the quick divorce.
OK. Ursula?
Well, I think, well, I know for myself that divorce is about the saddest thing that can, or one of the saddest things that can possibly happen to you. And I don't think anybody gets divorced easily, and especially if there are children involved, that makes it even more complicated, doesn't it? And I think the process has to take longer then, because there are more people having to accustom themselves to the idea of this relationship ending. But I think well, I know, I would need time, actually, to accustom myself to the idea of getting a divorce. It took me 6 years to get my divorce. It was, you know, 30 years ago now.
Do you not think you wasted 6 years?
Well, no, because I wasn't absolutely sure I wasn't going to go back.
But what about your partner? What about him?
Well, no, there was he, really. I think we were both a bit unsure, and it took us that long just to really feel that it was the right thing to do, and I'd met somebody else by then. But you've got to think carefully before you do it, because they're not easily disposable things, marriages.
Not.
You know, you go into them, we all go into them, don't we? Seriously, thinking this is going to work, this is going to be forever. So, you know, to then end that very quickly and say, right, I'm done with that, I'm off. You know, I think that in a way that's... You're not doing justice to yourself or to the marriage or to the other person if it's such a quick, sudden decision.
I mean, you are quite right. I think divorce is a horrible thing, even if it's you who wants it most of all. It's a horrible thing to go through. But I would say, like you were saying, you know, 6 years. And obviously it's up to the individual, isn't it? But, and, you know, everybody's circumstances. Nobody knows what goes on behind the doors of any home, really, and who's to blame and who's what to blame and everything. But I think once you've gone through the process of thinking, right, no, this really is what I want or what we want, I think get it over and done with, because life is so short.
I mean, you've got to be sure it's not just a bad patch, haven't you?
Oh, absolutely. You know. But I think by the time you get to that point, most people have. I don't think people generally go on a whim. Oh, you know, oh, Sunday, 10 o'clock, I think I want a divorce.
And also, once that trust has gone in a relationship, it's very difficult to get that back.
It is, but it also is easy to throw a marriage out the window quickly. You know, because a lot of people can walk away now, you know, and do walk away, you know, because people walk out for lots of simple reasons, and you've got to have a really big reason, haven't you? I mean, I think also it depends if you're bitter, and also if you want revenge.
Everything.
If you want revenge, then you might keep that man waiting for a long time. But anyway, particularly if he's met a very young woman. But anyway, I'm not talking about me at all. No. But I think, I mean, I haven't got a divorce, and I've been separated since 2001. And it's not
9 years.
Yes, but it's not because I am like you know, that I'm waiting to see if we get back together. It's just because... Now, what... The reason is because the idea of actually ringing up and saying, excuse me, I'd like a divorce, what do I do? And that's the thing that puts me off. Do I sign this? Do I go to a solicitor who's going to charge me a fortune? What? I don't...
You don't
so I've gone all...
Maybe this year is your year, then.
I know,
Maybe
it's just a matter of somebody said, here, love, sign that, and I've got divorce now, I'd be fine. So it's not for any other reason. And I think that's what happens with people.
But, Shay, maybe that's why you haven't met anybody else, though, because you've not let go of the other thing.
Maybe
it's
time to move on, Shay.
Yes, I know that, and because, you know, I'd find it very difficult now. Oh, my God, can you imagine?
Do you know what, Sherry? Where you're going, you might be there for another 5 years, yeah?
Well, no, it's this year. If I could have Ed... Can I have Ed?
No, he's mine. He's mine.
She won't give me him, so I'm not...
Mr. Ed
Yeah,
is staying
like Mr.
with
Ed.
Miss McDonald. But thank you, girls.